Chapter 71. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ordinary relocation orders are not as good as advanced relocation orders, and coordinates cannot be selected. In addition, the cooling time is long, so the price is not expensive. After using the ordinary relocation order, the territory will be randomly moved to another open dragon country town. However, territory migration means giving up the occupied resource points. Of course, if you are lucky, you can also get the opportunity to reopen the wasteland, and it is not impossible to encounter high-level field arms buildings, but no matter what the result is, no one will easily migrate the territory. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen opened a town channel. Wei Ming, alas, some people still moved away. Huang Xian, the brother who came back this morning, sent the latest information. There are more than 600 confirmed Sakura country towns in our county. Huang Xian, Brother Wei, are you leaving? Wei Ming, what the hell, have you forgotten the evil deeds of Sakura country in District 632? There are dozens of towns, even the entertainment lords and farming lords were not spared. Wei Ming, to be honest, I have also prepared a relocation order, but even if I leave, I have to fight the devils vigorously before leaving. Many Sakura country lords are good at the art of controlling ghosts, so the dragon country lords like to call them devils. Huang Xian, Brother Wei is right, we can't just give the land of a county to the devils for nothing. Maybe nothing can be seen in the short term, but in the long run, the battlefield of all races is fought for resources and territory. Giving up the resources of a county will naturally squeeze the living space of other dragon country lords. This is also the main reason why the Qingyu royal family is criticized. Hint. Lord Wang Lanlan moved out of the town. Hint. But Wei Ming's words seemed to make everyone think of something terrible, and more than a dozen lords moved away. Seeing this, Jiang Chen immediately issued a notice. Hello everyone, as the mayor, I solemnly declare that I will never give up the territory of Qingyang County. Brothers who are willing to stay and advance and retreat together, I welcome them with both hands. If you want to leave, I will never stop you, but please make a decision before today, because tomorrow I will close the town's relocation rights. Everyone should know the cost of forced relocation. Whether to go or stay, everyone should make a decision as soon as possible. Wei Ming, okay. Boss Jiang said it well. Just based on these words, I will follow you from now on. Ing Man, descendants of Xian Qin, only die in battle, no deserters. Mu Qingshuang, I am a soldier, every inch of land is an inch of blood. Tushan Yaya, wherever brother Jiang Chen is, Yaya is there. Although Yaya is a sky fox, she is also a sky fox who has obtained dragon nationality. After a moment of silence, the regional channel became lively, and soon showed a trend of polarization. That's right. We won't give up an inch of land. We will live and die with Qingyang County. Although I really want to stay, my family has been a single-line family for 8 generations. Thank you for your understanding. Does anyone have the order to move to the city? I have it, and I will only charge you 50% of the purchasing fee. Brother, do you feel guilty for making money from the war? That's it. As time went by, people kept moving out of the town. Even Lin Mo, Li Muse, and other powerful second-generation lords flew away silently without leaving a word. Wei Ming scolded Lin Mo for a few minutes in the town channel because Lin Mo had not paid back the 100,000 spirit stones he owed him. The golden crow sank to the west. There were still 403 lords left in the town. Jiang Chen didn't feel sorry at all. Although everyone had a reason to move away, this opportunity was also a purification of the town lords. That's about it. Jiang Chen looked at the list of lords in the town, and then used the mayor's authority to pull a small group. Brothers who have built the portal, welcome to my territory. Tushan Yaya, what about the sisters? Evening, in Jiang Chen's territory, the Fountain of Life, Xuanyuan Tower, Tianyin Pavilion, Lighthouse and other buildings that were too eye-catching were all sent to the deep space of the territory by Jiang Chen. Even the rich spiritual energy outside was sent to the space where Tianyin Pavilion and Xuanyuan Tower were located by Jiang Chen, so except for some Tianyin disciples who were more conspicuous, Jiang Chen's territory looked like an ordinary third-level territory at this moment. Ing Man, and Chuxia, Wei Ming, Tushan Yaya, Mu Qingshuang, Huang Xian, 6 lords, plus Jiang Chen, 7 people, sat around the round table in the center of the territory. The round table was full of delicious dishes, most of which were seafood. Of course, in order to avoid shocking the world, Jiang Chen only provided a few epic quality delicacies, and the others were of excellent quality. Even so, everyone was shocked. Even Yin Man was surprised, although the strength of the 7 people was uneven. They were considered the strongest fighting force in the town. Huang Xian was originally in the military in the battle power list. She took the 10th place with all her might, and the rewarded treasure chest actually opened a team of outstanding soldiers, Shadow Knights, barely entering the ranks of strong. Xuanyuan is about 1.5 meters tall. In her own words, she is considered tall among the sky foxes. The little fox has a pair of gold-rimmed glasses on her delicate face. If it weren't for her big furry ears, she would have the temperament of a working woman. At this moment, she is sitting next to Jiang Chen, with a big furry tail swinging rapidly. This is a sign of excitement for the sky foxes. Delicious. So delicious. The little fox ate with oil dripping from his mouth. It would be even better if there was chicken. Huang Xian was born in a small family. It was his first time to attend such a large gathering. He seemed a little nervous and said cautiously, "It's better for these guys to move away. In this way, the resource points occupied by other lords in the town will double, and the monster resources will be more abundant." Wei Ming sighed, "But what about the various town rankings in the future? We only have half the number of people, which is too disadvantageous. Jiang Chen can hold up half the sky." Xuanyuan swallowed the fish in her mouth. "With brother Jiang Chen here, I'm not afraid of any ranking competition." Although the little fox was right, Jiang Chen still picked up a large piece of fish for her. "If you can't speak, eat more." What does Jiang Chen hold up half the sky mean? Wei Ming patiently explained, "The town ranking competition tests the comprehensive strength of a town. Just like the battle of breaking the domain just now, no matter how strong Boss Jiang and Boss Yin Man are, they can only earn hundreds of thousands of points each. It is impossible for them to get a place in the town ranking competition by themselves." Jiang Chen was helpless. He couldn't say that he earned more than 3 million points by himself. It's one thing to have no way to explain, and it's not good to leak the news in advance. Let them figure it out after winning the first place. Anyway, these guys should be familiar with it. Yin Man nodded and said, "This is indeed a problem, but with Jiang Chen's current reputation, as long as he issues a notice within the Dragon Country, it is not difficult to recruit some people." As he said, he glanced at Jiang Chen. Although the high-level city relocation order is expensive, it is nothing for the second generation of some big family leaders. Jiang Chen originally thought that with Yin Man's identity, he should at least bring Meng Tian with him to protect him this time. But he didn't expect her to come alone. This made Jiang Chen look at her with new eyes again. "Recruiting people will take a long-term view." Jiang Chen smiled. "This time, I called everyone here. In addition to meeting everyone, there are 2 other things. First, the town is named Longyuan, which means, a hidden dragon emerges from the abyss and soars into the sky, and I want to ask for your suggestions. Second, it's the town's official position. Although the other official positions in the town don't have as much bonus as the mayor, there are also a small amount of single-item increase." Yin Man said directly, "I have no objection to the name, but I don't want the official position." Jiang Chen was not surprised at all. "Are you going to move away?" Everyone was shocked when they heard it. Yin Man asked curiously, "How did you guess it?" Jiang Chen gently uttered 3 words, "Hero position." "You are smart." Yin Man took out a high-level city relocation order and gestured, "I don't need other enhancements, but I can't give up the enhancement of hero position +1, so I can only go to another town to be the mayor. But don't worry, there are several descendants of the traitor Su Fu in Qinyang town, so I won't leave. We will fight side by side in the future." And Chuxia was reluctant. Then Sister Ing, have you chosen which town to go to? I have chosen it. It is 10,000. There are some lords of the descendants of Xian Qin in that town. Jiang Chen smiled and said, "Then I wish you a safe journey. As for the official positions, I will divide them. Wei Ming will be the sheriff of the town, after dividing the official positions, Jiang Chen continued, "From now on, I'll trouble you all to take care of the town management." And Chuxia said speechlessly, "I feel like you're going to be a hands-off boss." Jiang Chen, be more confident, remove the word seem. Suddenly, Jiang Chen's expression changed, and then he smiled. The second town has broken through the domain. In the county channel, hint, 10,148 town has completed the domain break. Hint, all the lords of 10,148 town have joined the county channel. Chapter 72. You are listening at novelfull.audio. But what surprised Jiang Chen was, the second one to break the domain was also Longhua town. The number of Longhua towns in Xinjiang County is very low. The other party quickly sent a message. Hello fellows in town 10086, I am Yiren, the mayor of town 10148. Hey, you changed your name to Longyuan town. Qianlongqiyuan, what a good name. Is Jiang Chen, the big brother who created an excellent military force, here? And Chuxia looked at Jiang Chen and said in surprise, Yiren, it seems to be the genius of Bai He family. It should be. Jiang Chen nodded, I remember seeing this name in the provincial lord competition. Hello, Mayor Yi, I'm Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen greeted politely, then asked curiously, You guys completed the domain break so quickly, have you given up the town ranking competition? Yiren said depressedly. Brother Jiang Chen should know the situation of our Dragon Country town in Xinjiang County. Many powerful lords plan to move away after receiving the domain break reward. And the most important reward of the town ranking competition, town luck, cannot be taken away. This explanation is reasonable. For the reward that you can't take away, delaying the domain break is really not worth the loss. Moreover, if you move away one day earlier, the city relocation order can also cool down one day earlier, and you can move again if you are not satisfied. What are Mayor Ye's plans? Yiren said lightly, it is impossible to be a deserter in such a shame. Even if you can't win, you have to fight the devils vigorously. Jiang Chen nodded, this coincides with Wei Ming's idea. Another hour passed. Heaven's Way suggested that the third town had successfully broken through the domain. Jiang Chen was happy when he saw it. It was another Dragon Country town. The mayor was named Xia Wushang, also from Baihe City. Yiren was surprised and said, Senior Wushang also broke through the domain. Xia Wushang cursed, don't mention it, these cowards were scared by the damn Japanese devils and were in a hurry to break through the domain. Yiren sighed, it seems that our Dragon Country town will be wiped out in this town ranking competition. Xia Wushang, it's not that we will be wiped out. Xia Wushang, it is said that there is a descendant of the Ming Queen in the town 10010. In order to keep the town warlord, he spent a lot of money. There is hope to enter the top 10. Ing man, you should be talking about Zhu Yeqing. As far as I know, he is a military lord and seems to have Jinyui. As soon as these words were spoken, everyone reacted differently. Xia Wushang, so you are the boss of Xianqinningjia, how disrespectful. And Chuxia, Wei Ming and others were surprised. After all, with such a strong reinforcement in the county, they would be less stressed. Jiang Chen was a little surprised. Military merit lord, this is an extremely rare lord faction. Military merit lords take a different approach and focus on improving the lord's personal combat power. Even the lord's heart is a talent that blesses itself, similar to, for every 100 people in the territory, the lord's body will be improved by 1 point. In the later stage, all the martial merit lords can tear dragons apart with their hands. Of course, the premise is that they can survive to the later stage. In any case, those who have the courage to become martial merit lords, as long as they do not die, will definitely achieve extraordinary achievements in the future. Yiren was shocked and said, Epic military unit Jinyui? Military honor lord. This is not the first place in the town ranking competition. Xia Wushang, too difficult. It is said that for this ranking competition, there is a Sakura royal family named Shinbei who spared no expense to purchase the high-level city relocation order and invited 3 powerful warlords from other Sakura towns that have not yet broken the domain. They are all descendants of the 6th level daimyo. Xia Wushang, this is only the 10,222 town. There are also many strong people in other Sakura towns. After all, the base number is large. And Chusha suddenly said, as long as 100 towns break the domain, the town ranking competition will be settled. If all the Dragon Kingdom towns break the domain within 2 days, they can take the top 10. As a diplomat in Longyuan town, Chusha is the only lord who has no limit on the number of speeches except Jiang Chen, Yiren, its classmate Chusha. We have thought about what you said, but it's not very realistic. Our towns have more strong people, and some weak towns may not be able to break through the domain even after another week. Chusha thought so. There are 3 people in her town, Jiang Chen, Yin Man and herself, and the battle to break through the domain is so difficult, let alone other towns. In the end, she could only sigh helplessly. While enjoying the food, everyone chatted with fellow Dragon Kingdom people in the other 2 towns, but just when the show was about to end, 2 announcements were posted in succession. Announcement: Town 10111 has completed breaking through the domain and joined the county. Chat channel. Announcement: 15123 town has completed the domain break and joined the county chat channel. Wei Ming muttered, the little devils are here again, what a bummer. Sanben 46, hashtag at UN hashtag at %. A mayor of the Sakura country mumbled a lot, and no one knew what he was saying. Xia Wushang had a hot temper. Don't use your devil language, this is the battlefield of all races, either shut up or use the universal language of all races for me. Sanben 46, Baga. How dare you slander the noble Sakura language, die. Takeda Shinichi, it will take less than a month for our great Sakura Empire to occupy the entire county, and then the entire county will speak Sakura language. Sanben 46, Takeda-kun is right, unify Xinjiang County, starting from the first place in this town ranking competition. The 2 seemingly arrogant but actually inferior Sakura people made Jiang Chen a little sick of it, but he still insisted on watching it. Xia Wushang, don't be too proud too soon, or you'll get slapped in the face later. Takeda Shinichi, Yamamoto-kun, let's ignore these stubborn dragon people. How about we make a bet on which town led by an adult can get the first place in this town ranking competition? Sanben 46, okay Takeda-kun, I'll go to the exchange to set up a bet now. Takeda Shinichi, dragon people, you are stubborn, if you have the guts, bet on your own dragon town to win. Xia Wushang was so angry that he blew his beard and glared, but he couldn't really bet on the first place of the dragon town, wouldn't that be throwing his own money away? Yi Yiren advised, Senior Wushang, calm down, be rational and patriotic. Xia Wushang said angrily, I won't argue with them. Very soon, tip, 10111 Town Lord Sanben 46 set up a bet at the exchange, click to view the rules. Jiang Chen was overjoyed, there is another boy who brings fortune, and he is from Sakura country, this money must be more worth spending. Moreover, this is a county-level gambling table, even if only small towns after breaking the domain can bet, it covers hundreds of small towns, in fact. With Jiang Chen's current means, it is very easy to make money, not to mention other things, even if you just strengthen a legendary equipment, you will earn at least tens of millions of spirit stones, but Jiang Chen is extremely cautious, otherwise, he would not have sold Chusha an epic hero order in the first place, and he would have used the guise of a caravan. After a long conversation with City Lord Luoshi that day, Jiang Chen became more cautious. In Luoshi's words, you are now in the limelight, it is best to be as low-key as possible. So compared to selling high-level items, Jiang Chen still prefers gambling as a legitimate income. Of course, it is okay to expose your strength appropriately, but there must be enough benefits. For example, the first place in this town ranking competition will get plus 50 in all attributes and plus 5 in town luck. Seeing that Sakura country has opened a betting market, Yin Man joked, yeah, didn't you say Jiang Chen could hold out for a long time? Now that Sakura country has opened a betting market, do you want to bet on our Longyuan town? And Chusha rolled her eyes at Yin Man, Sister Ing, don't bully yeah. But Tushan yeah said angrily, humph, bet on it. Jiang Chen quickly opened the betting market, it turned out to be true, Longyuan town was bet on 10,000 spirit stones. Jiang Chen cursed Yin Man in his heart for looking for trouble. Now the bet money will be divided by the little fox again. And the little fox seemed to be betting 10,000 spirit stones at once for the sake of face. Yin Man also saw the gambling table. She was stunned for a moment, then apologized. I'm sorry, yeah, I was just joking with you. I'll pay for this. After saying that, she directly transferred 10,000 spirit stones to Xuanyuan. Seeing that she had no loss, Xuanyuan immediately smiled and said, "Thank you, Sister Ing. If you lose this time, it's yours, and if you win, it's both of us." Ha ha ha, Yin Man laughed, "Yeah is so cute." Of course, both of them thought that the 10,000 spirit stones were wasted. At this time, Sanben 46. Ha ha ha, ignorant dragon people, someone actually bet 10,000 spirit stones on the town of 10,086. Oh, it's called Longyuan Town now, right? Takeda Shinichi, Yamamoto-kun, they dare to bet 10,000 spirit stones, are they really sure? Sanben 46, what nonsense are you talking about, Takeda-kun? They broke through the realm so early, and it was just luck that they succeeded. Let alone the first place, if Longyuan Town can enter the top 10, I will commit suicide immediately. Chapter 73. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hearing what Yamamoto 46 said, Takeda Shinichi quickly apologized. I was careless at the moment, please don't blame me, Yamamoto. The other two Dragon Country towns were also confused. Xia Wushang, which big guy bet on it? Dare to bet like this, is there really some inside information? Yin Man immediately took over the matter and said, no. There is no inside information, I bet on it, and I bet wrong. She didn't want these people to blindly follow the trend and lose money, Yiren, so that's how it is, Sister Ing, don't bet wrong again, this is giving money to the little devils. Seeing that the two believed it, Yin Man breathed a sigh of relief. Jiang Chen also breathed a sigh of relief. Takeda Shinichi, Baga. I have tolerated you for a long time, you Chinese woman, if you dare to speak rudely again. Don't blame me for using the crusade against you. Yiren, damn little devil, I gave you face, didn't I? If you have the guts, I will use the crusade now. Jiang Chen laughed dumbly. Both mayors Yiren and Xia Wushang have bad tempers. After a small episode, the party ended happily. At least Jiang Chen was happy. Before leaving, Jiang Chen sent a batch of Xuanyuan delicacies to everyone. There are only so many local specialties in my territory, just treat it as paying everyone's salary. In fact, what Jiang Chen took out was the working meal of Tianyin disciples, a big pot meal. After all, the fight for the county town will require everyone's efforts, although these delicacies have little effect on Tianyin disciples, but for excellent and even rare soldiers, they can improve the attributes of a small amount. Wei Ming was immediately moved and patted his chest loudly. Don't worry, boss. I will go through fire and water and do a good job in the security of the territory. Huang Xian felt like he was in a dream. Thank you, Boss Jiang. Thank you, Boss Jiang. Mu Qingshuang took a deep breath. I am just a lieutenant. I am not qualified to represent the Jiangnan military region, so I can only thank you as a soldier. You are too kind. Jiang Chen thought about it and took out the epic spear that the former Empress opened with the deep-sea bait. I opened it from the treasure chest before. Is Boss Yin Man interested? Jiang Chen told the truth. Epic equipment, Dragonbeard spear. Yin Man's eyes lit up. It's a pity that the level is a bit low. If it is level 20, it would be better. How about 5 million spirit stones? Her 100 battles armored army is the spearman. Jiang Chen was very satisfied with this price. Both parties happily made a deal. In fact, Jiang Chen still has a few epic equipment obtained in the battle of breaking the domain. However, the level is above 30, and no one can use it at this stage. The light of the portal flashed one after another. Jiang Chen watched the figures of the 6 people disappear. Late at night, Jiang Chen sat on the bed in the Lord's mansion and drank today's life essence. In one gulp, suddenly, his whole body was transparent and his mind was clear. He expected that after drinking 2 more bottles, his qualifications would be able to advance to be level, and then his attributes would increase again. Then, Jiang Chen took out a secret book, Iron Shirt, plus E and body refining exercises, practice to the realm of perfection, can become bronze skin and iron bones. It was one of the exercises bought from the Tian family caravan. Although the exercises can add additional attributes, it is not as direct as upgrading and wearing equipment. Even the improvement of combat power is not as immediate as skills. In addition, Jiang Chen does not need to fight personally, so he has never chosen an exercise for himself. But now that the realm has been broken, we have entered a more magnificent world, and are about to go to war with the Lord of the Sakura country. Jiang Chen thinks it is necessary to enhance his self-protection ability. How to enhance self-protection ability? Of course, it is to stack physical strength without thinking. This time, he won 110 million spirit stones from an Yin man. Although most of them were consumed by building the Fountain of Life and other messes, Jiang Chen still has nearly 30 million spirit stones in his hand, and he has already chosen the target for strengthening. Consume 20 million spirit stones, choose strengthening direction, 8-9 mysterious art upper. The golden light dissipated, and a jade book appeared in Jiang Chen's hand, 8-9 mysterious art upper, A level from the second heaven, the magic art of the Chan sect to protect the religion, the supreme body refining art of all races. Reminder, this art is divided into 3 parts, upper, middle and lower. When it is cultivated to the state of transformation, it can imitate the heaven and earth, and the flesh can become holy. However, this technique cannot be practiced together with other techniques, and the progress is slow. Only those with great perseverance, wisdom, and luck can achieve success. There are risks in practice, so be cautious when entering. Jiang Chen had naturally heard of the famous 8-9 mysterious technique. If the upper part alone has reached the A-level technique, then the middle part must be S-level, that is, the sacred level, and the upper part may have surpassed the sacred and reached eternity. As for the warning of great perseverance, wisdom, and luck, Jiang Chen did not consider it at all. Do cheaters still have to worry about this? Learn Shi. The jade book disappeared. The Yi number is 8, the Yang number is 9, and the product of 8 and 9 is the largest number in Taoism. A mysterious formula was firmly imprinted in Jiang Chen's mind. Jiang Chen felt that his body was strengthening to an incredible degree, and he couldn't help but groan. 1 minute later, hint, your Baju Xian Gong upper part has reached the entry level. So hungry. Fortunately, Jiang Chen was well prepared. He took out a few legendary meats and devoured them with the water of life. Much better. After eating 5 servings of meat, Jiang Chen burped and looked at his attributes. Jiang Chen, level 10, attributes, physical 248, plus 300, spiritual power 198, soul 142, plus 100, carrying 221, skills, 8-9 mysterious skills upper, introduction, grade A, skills, none, equipment, ghost armor, combat power rating, 265. 300, Jiang Chen took a deep breath. The entry-level 8-9 mysterious skills actually increased physical strength by 300 points. He is only level 10, just from the attributes. He can definitely tear apart a dragon of the same level. Angel Yan's, spirit, sacred body, is also an A-level technique, but it increases all attributes by 100 points. In comparison, the 8-9 mysterious technique, which specializes in physical training, is naturally better. This is just the upper part, with such a perverted effect. Jiang Chen has the urge to strengthen another copy and give it to the Empress. In that case, all Tianyin disciples can get started instantly and double their combat power. However, after seeing that the 9th set of radio gymnastics, which was originally in the minor success stage, disappeared from his own technique column, Jiang Chen immediately gave up the idea. He finally understood the meaning of incompatible with other techniques. Although the 8-9 mysterious technique is powerful, its progress is slow, and the resources required are astronomical. I can't afford it. If Tianyin disciples learn it, I'm afraid they will never be able to make any further progress in their lifetime, which is equivalent to the uselessness of this type of soldiers. Jiang Chen, who had obtained the new technique, was overjoyed. He immediately began to practice according to the general outline of the profound technique. A few minutes later, even breathing sounds were heard in the bedroom. The next day, Jiang Chen got up early and felt refreshed. He couldn't help but sigh. This 8-9 profound technique is really amazing. The first thing he did after getting up was to check the county channel. Overnight, the number of towns that broke through the domain increased to 11, except for the 2 Sakura country towns last night. All the others were dragon country towns. In Jiang Chen's eyes a flash of realization flashed through his mind. This was definitely the Sakura country's top leaders ordering all towns to delay breaking through the formation, buying more time for the seed towns to impact the town ranking competition. As for the 2 who broke through the realm last night, they were probably instructed by the Sakura top leaders to enter the county first to collect intelligence. Of course, no matter how the Sakura country coordinated and arranged, it was just a fight for second place. The only impact on Jiang Chen was that it delayed the time for him to win the bet by a few days. Then, Jiang Chen checked the town mayor's exclusive building, Anywhere door, built last night. Upgrade, directly upgrade to level 3. Anywhere door, level 3, function, consume spirit stones to open any anywhere door between any 2 coordinates in the town and within 300 kilometers of the town. A maximum of 4 anywhere doors can exist at the same time. Function, anywhere door can exist permanently, but it takes spirit stones to maintain it. Function, the size of the anywhere door can be adjusted. The larger the size, the more spirit stones it consumes. Function, the mayor can share the anywhere door with other lords in the town or his own heroes. Anywhere door is also one of the mayor's privileges. Level 3 anywhere door, the range extends to 300 kilometers outside the town map. Jiang Chen left 1 anywhere door for his own use. The other 3 are set to be shared by the town. Hint, Mayor Jiang Chen shared anywhere door, click to use. After a moment of calm, the regional channel was instantly filled with jubilation. Damn, 3 anywhere doors, the mayor is awesome. My territory's teleportation gate hasn't been built yet, and the boss has built a anywhere door. Wei Ming, 3 portals. This means that the boss has at least upgraded the portal to level 2. How many empty crystals does this require? If those deserters yesterday knew that the boss built the portal so quickly, they would regret it now. Woo, I took a look and found that it is shared at a fair price. Long live the boss. Long live the boss. Brothers who have used it up, please release it quickly. Don't keep occupying it and affect others. Its brother uses it. Seeing this, Jiang Chen smiled slightly and closed the town channel. With the portal, the lords can instantly reach the leveling point they want to go to, which greatly saves time. Jiang Chen also opened the terrain map that came with the portal and looked at it carefully. Soon, Jiang Chen chose the destination and whispered, "Generate a portal, 5 meters high." Hint, the 2 coordinates you selected are 400 kilometers apart, consuming 4,000 spirit stones, and 400 spirit stones are consumed every 1 minute. Are you sure? 4,000 spirit stones can be said to be cheap for Jiang Chen. This is because the distance is far and the portal is large. Confirm. No more prompts. Very quickly, a 5-meter-high portal opened in the center of the territory square. Through the portal, you can see the endless grassland on the opposite side. Jiang Chen was slightly excited and said with high spirits, Empress, Yan, Han Yi, all dragons, goddess warriors, Jiutian Saint Ji, Tianyin Jinshuan. Let's go, this lord will take you to the outer domain. Chapter 75. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After being happy, Jiang Chen couldn't help but complain. Student An's physique can work through any door. Refined copper is a necessary resource for upgrading the territory to level 4, and it is also the only resource that Jiang Chen lacks at present. Under normal circumstances, it is difficult to form refined copper or resources in the town map unless it is blessed by luck. In other words, if the town does not break the domain, it will be difficult for the territory to be promoted to level 4. It's a good start. It seems that I have to spend more time with Student An. I'll go over now. Jiang Chen ordered, and then called the Empress and others. Start work. 10 minutes later, boom, Jiang Chen punched out. The 3-meter-high iron-backed grey wolf instantly flew backwards for dozens of meters. When it fell to the ground, its skull had collapsed for most of the time, and it twitched a few times before it stopped moving. It's so satisfying. Jiang Chen laughed. With my current foundation, it's a pity not to be a military lord. However, Jiang Chen stopped after killing only a few monsters. It is said that fighting is addictive, and he doesn't want to become a fighting maniac. After all, if you walk by the river often, you will get your feet wet. The Ming war god in the sixth heaven is a lesson for us. Soon, including the iron-backed Grey Wolf King, all the wolves were wiped out, a total of 360,000 energy. More than 200 treasure chest equipment and other items were obtained, which were thrown into the warehouse by him. Immediately afterwards, Jiang Chen opened the exclusive arbitrary door and threw dozens of wolf corpses above the excellent level back to the territory. Then he ordered through the arbitrary door, Farm 1 to Farm 4, you immediately collect the refined copper ore here. The four people said respectfully, yes, Lord. In Longyuan town, except for Jiang Chen, no lord can go 300 kilometers deep into the outer domain. Yin Man may be able to do it, but with her strength, entering the level 40 monster map will not only not improve the upgrade efficiency, but may also cause casualties of the troops. So in the next 2 days, Jiang Chen dominated the map alone, which was so cool. He successively cleared out large monster groups within a radius of hundreds of kilometers. He killed 11 excellent monsters alone, and Long Jiu killed another epic Golden Lion King at Enchuxia's place. Jiang Chen couldn't help but sigh at his foresight. In these 2 days, 2 relatively important things happened. The first thing, 10,000 town completed the domain break. After Yin Man said goodbye to everyone, she used the advanced city relocation order to fly away and successfully became the mayor of 10,000 town. The second thing, another cherry blossom town broke the domain. It was originally a very normal thing, but soon, the mayor of Sakura town released the news on the county channel. Fujiwara Ryuya, hello, Jiang Chenjun. The great Sakura Empire has always valued talents and hopes to become close friends with you. Money, beauty, status, whatever conditions you want, you can freely propose. Jiang Chen's heart moved and he glanced at the private message. Only then did he realize that this guy had sent him a lot of private messages, but he never read the private messages of strangers. In this regard, Jiang Chen was too lazy to complain. Can ants become friends with dragons? Xiaoho Shang, hahaha, Jiang Chen is good at fighting. Fujiwara Ryuya probably didn't expect Jiang Chen to be so ruthless and even didn't leave himself a way out, so he left 2 words in anger, arrogant. But after this incident, Jiang Chen became more cautious. After all, strategically despise the enemy, tactically pay attention to the enemy. Soon, the day of the opening of the Blue Star Channel came again. Now the tactics of spawning monsters in the outer domain have become routines. Even ordinary Tianyin disciples go to the outer domain of level 30 to spawn monsters. Jiang Chen authorized the right to the arbitrary door to the Empress, and returned to the territory to enjoy a peaceful life. In the evening, Jiang Chen was practicing the 8-9 mysterious art. When he was drowsy, he suddenly received a reminder from the heavenly Tao. Reminder, you have upgraded to the 4th level of the Lord's Mansion, unlocked the building, Swordsman Hall, and the territory area increased to 70,000 square meters. Reminder, the deep space area of the Cave Heaven Blessed Land has expanded to 70,000 square meters. Finally upgraded to 4 books, the deep space area of the Cave Heaven Blessed Land is the same as the external space area. After upgrading to 4 books, the area of Jiang Chen's territory instantly increased to 140,000 square meters, greatly alleviating Jiang Chen's land pressure. After all, the epic building occupies too much area. As for the buildings unlocked by 4 books, Swordsman Hall, you can recruit human swordsmen. After 4 books, ordinary lords can finally mass-produce elite troops. But for Jiang Chen, it is still not even a chicken rib. Suddenly, a county news. The news caught Jiang Chen's attention. Announcement, Town 10222 has completed domain breaking and joined the county chat channel. 10222. Jiang Chen instantly remembered what Xia Wushang said a few days ago. This cherry blossom town has a descendant of Emperor Shenwu, who has summoned several powerful warlords. It is the seed town that ranked first in the town ranking competition. Immediately afterwards, announcement, Town 10010 has completed domain breaking and joined the county chat channel. Zhu Yeqing, hello, brothers of Dragon Country. I am Zhu Yeqing, and I am willing to share life and death with all of you fellow Dragon Country compatriots. and advance and retreat together. It was the descendant of the Ming Queen, Zhu Yeqing. Hey, has anyone opened a bet for this town ranking competition? Hahaha, it just so happens that I am quite confident in my town, so I just bet 1,000,000 spirit stones for fun. Announcement: Town 12158 has completed domain breaking. Another cherry blossom town, less than 2 hours, more than 20 towns have completed the domain breakthrough. It seems that the towns that intend to compete for the qualifying competition have also begun to break the domain. Yes, if they don't break the domain, they will lose the qualification for the qualifying if they exceed 100. In other words, the ranking of the town qualifying competition will be announced today at the earliest and tomorrow at the latest. By then, I will have another large amount of spiritual stones in my account. When Jiang Chen was thinking about how to spend the money, the county channel refreshed the news. Shenbei, Jiang Chenjun, I heard that you rejected my kindness. Although this is a stupid decision, I am as tolerant as I am and am willing to give you another chance to choose. Jiang Chen laughed dumbly. Yi Yiren said, are all the lords of Sakura country scabby? So they don't understand what people say. Yamamoto 46, Baka, a Chinese woman actually dared to disrespect Lord Shenba, she's dead. Shenba Yuichi, Yamamoto, how can you talk to a lady like that? Yamamoto 46, hey. Lord Shenba is teaching me a lesson. Ms. Yi, please accept my apology. Shenba Yuichi saw that Jiang Chen didn't reply, but he didn't get angry. In that case, I hope Jiang Chen can stay so tough. If I were you, I would immediately run away from Qinyang County with my tail between my legs. This guy is using provocation to force himself to stay in Qinyang Town. Is he going to take action? Jiang Chen finally got a little interested in the Longyuan Town Management Group, and Chuxia asked with concern, Jiang Chen, did you see what Shenbei said in the county channel? Jiang Chen said, you know my strength, don't worry. And Chuxia, it's easy to dodge an open attack, but it's hard to guard against an arrow from the dark. Wei Ming was a little nervous. Boss, if they use a crusade against you, remember to notify everyone immediately. Although we are not as strong as you, we can still do our part. After I returned to Blue Star today, the military commander summoned me. Mu Qingshuang suddenly said, the commander meant that you should move out of Qinyang County immediately, and even asked me to bring you created an excellent army, the value of which is not comparable to that of ordinary warlords like us. Any of us can die, but you can't die. Jiang Chen was a little moved. Please tell the chief for me, I appreciate his kindness. Tu Shan Yeye still had a clear mind. How about, brother Jiang Chen, come to my territory to avoid the limelight? They will definitely not think of it. Jiang Chen laughed and said, don't be nervous, even if Sakura country really has any action, it must be after the ranking of this town ranking competition is announced, then, what a pity. Before Jiang Chen finished speaking, he was slapped in the face. A Tianyin disciple who was in charge of guarding the territory came to Jiang Chen quickly. Lord, several invisible humanoid units appeared outside the territory and have been marked by the lighthouse. Invisible units? Jiang Chen was refreshed, and then immediately ordered, pass my order, don't alert the enemy first. Jiang Chen climbed up to the terrace of Zuaxian Tower and looked in the direction pointed by the Tianyin disciple. This is one of the functions of the cave paradise, the deep space can see the outside, but the outside can't see the inside. Sure enough, several gray shadows are exploring around the territory, each shadow has a big lamp on the top of his head, which is the mark of the lighthouse. Of course, the lighthouse mark can only be seen by Jiang Chen and those authorized by Jiang Chen, and they themselves don't know it. Interesting. A few minutes later, the shadows retreated. Soon, hundreds of figures appeared from the edge of the fog of war 1,300 meters away, pheasant troops. Kamakura warriors. Hashimizu masters, and a small team of kendo masters. After seeing that several of the troops clearly had the characteristics of the Sakura country, Jiang Chen's face darkened. There is no indication that foreign territories have forcibly moved into the town. That is to say, there is only one possibility. They entered Longyuan town through the teleportation array of a lord in the town. .1 kilometer outside Jiang Chen's territory, the Lord of Sakura country laughed. As expected by Lord Shenba, there are only a dozen soldiers in Jiang Chen's territory, and the outstanding soldiers he created are still upgrading in the outer domain. Watanabe-kun, when you are 300 meters away from Jiang Chen's territory, you will immediately use the space sealing scroll to prevent him from using the teleportation array and the arbitrary door. TSK, who would have thought that there is not even a sentry tower in Jiang Chen's territory? Watanabe-kun said excitedly. It's smoother than expected. Originally, I just wanted to destroy Jiang Chen's territory and teach him a lesson, but I didn't expect Jiang Chen himself to be in the territory. Matsushita-kun, if we can kill Jiang Chen, or even capture him alive and bring him back to Sakura country, we will definitely be praised by Lord Shenba, and even become his confidants. Mr. Matsushita nodded. However, the street lights in Jiang Chen's territory are pretty good. I wonder if I can get the blueprints after destroying them. Chapter 76. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Street lights? Watanabe asked doubtfully, what street lights? Matsushita said to one of his, jonin, that described the situation of that street light. Ha! The jonin exclaimed. That street light is really bright. Listening to the jonin's description, Watanabe frowned. Suddenly, a trace of disbelief flashed in his eyes. Emperor Jinmu, it can't be, Matsushita asked curiously, what's wrong? At this moment, they have entered the territory within 500 meters, Watanabe suddenly shouted. We may be exposed, hurry up. Speed up the march, and then immediately use the space sealing scroll to prevent Jiang Chen from escaping. Although Matsushita didn't understand, he was still willing to believe his companion's judgment, but at this moment, a buzzing sound came through the air, several people looked up, 20 missile-shaped objects broke through the fog of war and smashed down on them. Quickly disperse. It's so thick and long, what kind of skill is it? The two screamed with fear. 1 second later, boom, 20 small mushroom clouds rose into the sky. This is a real instant kill. With vision, you have the initiative. With range, you have the truth. Hint, your dwarf rocketeer kills Lord Watanabe Iki and gets energy *18,000, space forbidden scroll, rare, *1. Hint, dwarf rocketeer kills Matsushita Isuk. Hundreds of battle reports are instantly refreshed, about half of them are Sakura-style troop types, space forbidden scroll. These guys are well prepared. Space forbidden, can prohibit the use of space abilities such as portals and arbitrary doors. If combined with the silent scroll, it can be said that killing is invisible. Of course, the space sealing scrolls of these two Sakura people are only of rare quality, and can only seal a few kilometers of space at most. The epic quality space sealing scroll that Jiang Chen had exploded in the domain-breaking war before can instantly seal a small town. And the tragedy in Area 632 mentioned by Wei Ming before, it was the Sakura country that used a legendary space sealing scroll to seal an entire county in the Dragon country. Jiang Chen said to the 20 dwarf rocketeers below. The mission is over, you go back and have a drink. It's over so soon. The 20 dwarf rocketeers looked at each other, and seemed to be a little reluctant. To be honest, Jiang Chen envied the life of the dwarf rocketeers, but who let them have no ordinary attacks, so they are not suitable for leveling Watanabe Iki, Matsushita Isuk, two lords of Sakura country. There is also a team of epic soldiers, Kendo Master. Send this lineup to steal the home. Shenba Yui Chi thinks highly of me. What a pity for a team of epic soldiers. This team of Kendo Masters is only level 18, which is about the attributes of a level 40 Little Devil, and has no defensive skills, so naturally they can't withstand such intensive bombing by the dwarf RPG. It can be said that the death is extremely frustrating. More than 2 million energy was credited in an instant. Sure enough, killing an arson gold belt. Jiang Chen sighed, then frowned. However, there are actually hidden dragon traders in the town. As the mayor, Jiang Chen's authority can affect the level of the territory, for example, which territory moves into or out of the town, but the use of the portal in the territory is the personal privacy of the lord, so, in the absence of foreign territories moving in, there is only one possibility for this situation: these enemies entered Longyuan town through a certain dragon trader's teleportation array. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen sent several messages in the town channel. Just now, 2 Sakura lords attacked my territory. Please be alert. However, the 2 Sakura lords have been captured alive by me and are being tortured. I believe there will be results soon. 5 seconds later, hint, Lord Wang Zhenghao forcibly moved out of the town. Jiang Chen's mouth curled up. Fortunately, this dragon trader has poor psychological quality. Everything happened in a flash, but most of the lords reacted quickly. With the current level of the mayor's portal, it is impossible to forcefully break into other towns. There is no reminder of forced relocation of the territory. So, Wang Zhenghao forced relocation of the town because he was guilty. Wei Ming shouted angrily, I remember this guy. He is not far from my territory. I didn't expect him to be a damn dragon trader. Anchuxia, humph, the price of forced relocation is enough for this guy to drink a pot. Mu Qingshuang's tone was cold. Next time I return to Blue Star, I will report this to the military district immediately. The rules of the 10,000 races battlefield cannot punish him, but the military court of my dragon nation can. Tu Shan Yeye was indignant. Jingwei fills the sea. This dragon trader also has the surname Wang. Maybe he is from the same family as the famous dragon trader surnamed Wang. I really want to fill him into the sea too. Jiang Chen praised, Yeye, you are really good at history. Tu Shan Yeye, brother Jiang Chen is still good at vision. You are the first person to praise Yeye like this. Unlike Susu and the others, even without the dwarf rocketeer, these hundreds of people cannot pose any threat to Jiang Chen. There are still 10 Sky Wrath towers in the deep space, but Jiang Chen thought about it and called back Zizishan and 10 Tianyinjinshuan from the outer map. Zizishan can massage legs and shoulders. Tianyinjinshuan is considered to be taking turns to rest. After the town broke through the domain, for news of the level of Lord's death, the Heavenly Dao announcement will no longer be issued. After all, a county has nearly 1 million lords, and it is unknown how many die every day, so, the death of the 2 Sakura Kingdom lords did not cause any waves, except for Shinbei Ichi who sent them. Shinbei Ichi had pale skin and sinister eyes. He was 1.7 meters tall, which was considered tall and strong in Sakura Kingdom. At this moment, he was entertaining 3 guests. They were warlords from the 3 top daimyo families of Mori, Kamabin, and Oda. Below, 12 elite soldiers, geisha, were dancing gracefully, and their enchanting figures made people fantasize. Shinbei Ichi raised his glass elegantly and said softly, 3. The Dragon Kingdom lords are as timid as mice. After being frightened by us, most of them have voluntarily moved out of Qingyang County. Once we win the first place in the town ranking competition this time, we can launch a blitzkrieg and completely take Qingyang County within a month to enhance the prestige of our great Sakura Empire. Oda Hirokazu said with a smile, that now many domestic media have begun to report this matter. I guess your family is secretly building momentum. Kamaya Yuichi did not deny, if we can take down a county city in the battlefield of all races within a month, your family will certainly be proud of it. That's natural. Oda Hirokazu said seriously, however, Longwa has been a land of talented people since ancient times. For example, Jiang Chen, with his own outstanding military force, his strength is probably not inferior to ours. Jiang Chen. Xuanyuan nodded his head. Although Jiang Chen is strong, his brain is not good. Oda Hirokazu thought of something and said in shock, could it be? Mr. Xuanyuan has already taken action. Xuanyuan Yuichi said lightly, maybe tonight, you 3 can see Jiang Chen kneeling at our feet. Oda Hirokazu looked respectful and raised his glass and said, Mr. Xuanyuan is a master of strategy and a winner thousands of miles away. I admire you, and I will drink first. Before Shinbei picked up the wine glass, hint, your military sword master was killed by Jiang Chen. Hint, what? Chapter 77. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The sudden 12 heavenly Dao tips were like a bolt from the blue. Shinbei stood up in a flash. He even knocked over his wine glass without realizing it. Bakayashi, Watanabe just reported that Jiang Chen's territory was empty, and there were not even a few soldiers. How could they fail the mission? At this moment, his vassal Lord Miyamoto Zei rushed in with sweat all over his forehead. Sir Shenba, the avatars of Watanabe and the other two were destroyed. Shenbaiyu shouted. How did they die? Miyamoto Zei stuttered. No. I don't know, the two died in the blink of an eye. Not a single word was sent back. Not really, Baka. Shenbaiyu was about to go crazy. Your fart is coming. Miyamoto Zei glanced at the three descendants of the daimyo present, and whispered. Watanabe only sent back 4 words, thick and long. The atmosphere at the scene suddenly became weird. Shenbaiyu murmured, it's thick and long. What did they do to Watanabe-kun? Oda Yukazu and the other two looked at each other with a playful look. As descendants of the top daimyo of the 6th heaven, they were more like a cooperative relationship with Shenbaiyu, rather than a superior-subordinate relationship. Shenbaiyu was immediately angry when he saw this scene, and he didn't care about feeling sorry for Watanabe-kun. What made him even more unacceptable was, in order to ensure that the mission was foolproof, he lent Watanabe a team of kendo masters. Even in the battle of breaking the domain, his kendo masters only suffered 4 casualties, but now, he lost a whole team at once. Shenbaiyu gnashed his teeth and said, what a waste. And Jiang Chen, dead. By the way, what's the name of that dragon country's internal counterpart? Miyamoto Zei immediately said, Wang Zhenghao. Shenbaiyu asserted, I know, it must be that Wang Zhenghao and Jiang Chen colluded and set a trap, which led to the failure of Watanabe's mission. You contact the Mei agency immediately, no matter how much it costs, you must get rid of this traitor. Miyamoto Zei, hi. After Miyamoto Zei retreated, Shenbaiyu squeezed out a smile and said, I didn't expect that the chess piece that has been planted in Dragon Country for many years would betray the great Sakura Empire. I'm sorry to make you 3 laugh. Oda Hirokazu asked, but why did Watanabe-kun only send back 4 words? It must be the mute scroll. Shenbaiyu said seriously, Watanabe and his accomplice have a team of epic troops and hundreds of excellent troops. If not, it's a mute scroll, so there won't be any useful information that can't be transmitted back. Oda Hirokazu nodded, and then changed the subject. There are already 93 broken domain towns. I believe the ranking of the town ranking competition will be announced soon. I wonder if you will participate in the bet set up by Yamamoto 46. Speaking of the town ranking competition, Shenbaiyu finally felt better. This time with the help of the 3 of you, our town won 2.9 million points. It's as easy as taking something out of a bag to get the first place in the ranking competition. I have to bet some points to liven up the fun. Oda Hirokazu smiled. I don't care about the spirit stones. But after getting 5 points of town luck, the town's high-quality resource points and wild monsters will inevitably show a blowout trend. Mr. Shenba promised us 1/10 of the town's territory. Don't break your promise. Shenbaiyu said seriously. Please rest assured. 130 million. Jiang Chen looked at the amount of spiritual stones in the gambling pool with an excited look on his face. 1. Shenba Town, 42.58 million, odds, 3.24.2. Yanming Town, 11.28 million, odds, 12.23. Among the top 10 bets, there is only one Dragon Country town, Yanming Town, where Zhu Yeqing is located. The others are all Sakura Country towns. The reason why Yanming Town can rush to the second place is probably because there are more Dragon Country towns that have broken through the domain, and the bets under the name of Longyuan Town are still only 10,000 spiritual stones of Little Fox, and the current odds are as high as 13,000. What surprised Jiang Chen was, the 10,000 town named, Lao Qin. Buying Yin Man also has a bet of 100,000 spiritual stones. It is estimated that Yin Man bet on it herself. I don't know if she bet for fun or if she has some trump card. At this moment, there are 96 towns that have broken through the domain. The spiritual stones in the gambling pool are still increasing, Jiang Chen predicted. Before the gambling table is locked, there will be a large amount of gambling money injected. In the town channel, Wei Ming, brothers, I bet 1,000 spiritual stones on Baiming Town, just as a support for my compatriots. The novel was taken from the Rawlers website. Close where you're reading it and support us on our website for more free novels. Wang Xian, brother Wei is right, I also bet 500, after all, it's better to lose the battle than the battle, and we can't let the Japanese look down on us. Wei Ming, we are betting a small amount on a big bet. Zhu Yeqing is so confident. What if there is a surprise? Half an hour later, announcement, 10,568 towns have completed domain breaking and joined the county chat channel. The 100th town in Xinjiang County has finally completed domain breaking, and the exchange also sent a prompt at the same time. Prompt, in 10 seconds, the betting pool for this town ranking competition will be locked. 10, 9, 8, Jiang Chen was stuck in the last 3 seconds and bet 990,000 spirit stones under Longyuan Town, just enough to make up 1 million bets. After all, even if you bet 10 million, you can only make more than 1 million spirit stones, although the risk is very small, it is still possible. Sure enough, it is just as Jiang Chen expected. In the last few seconds, a large amount of spirit stones instantly poured into the betting pool, reaching a huge amount of 240 million. Jiang Chen couldn't help but rub his hands excitedly. 2.400 million. What does that mean? You have to know that even if the blueprint of the level 3 Fountain of Life is enhanced by spirit stones, it only consumes 178 million spirit stones. With this money, he can immediately enhance the materials and upgrade the Fountain of Life, Tianyin Pavilion, and Zuaxian Tower to level 4, if it is used to enhance the suit. At least 20 sets of Luyun suits or 60 sets of Dragon Soul suits can be added. Quickly calming down, Jiang Chen looked at the locked betting. 1. Shenba Town, 67.83 million, odds, 3.53. 2. Hozhou Town, 43.21 million, odds, 5.55. 3. Yanming Town, 16.82 million, odds, 14.28. 32. Longyuan Town, 1 million, odds, 240. Hozhou Town. Seeing this town rushing to the second place in an instant, Jiang Chen narrowed his eyes. The Hozhou family is one of the largest families in the fifth heaven of Sakura country. He remembered that the bet placed by Hozhou Town just now was only 12 million spirit stones. Now it seems the lord of the Hozhou family is also full of confidence and wants to take advantage of this opportunity to monopolize the 240 million gambling funds. Ding ding ding. A friend sent a message. As Jiang Chen expected, it was indeed a little fox. To Xuanyuan, brother Jiang Chen, the bet of our town has become 1 million. Did Yaya miss another 100 million? Jiang Chen smiled and replied, don't be greedy, it's not a small amount to earn 1.2 million. To Xuanyuan, to Xuanyuan, I guessed right, it was really bet by brother Jiang Chen. To Xuanyuan, but brother Jiang Chen, you calculated it wrong. If I win, I can earn 2.4 million spirit stones. Jiang Chen, have you forgotten what you said to your sister Ying? If you lose, it's hers, if you win, it's both of you. To Xuanyuan, Jiang Chen, I'm just reminding you, you're welcome. Just then, above the fog of war, thousands of meters in the sky, rows of gilded characters emerged from the void. Now announced the ranking of this town ranking competition. 10th place in the total points of the domain-breaking battle, 11478 town, reward for the mayor Watanabe Iki all attributes plus 10, town luck plus 1, well, this town has not been named yet? Jiang Chen was a little surprised, however, why does the name Watanabe Iki feel like I have seen it somewhere? Tian Dao quickly solved his confusion, in view of the fact that the mayor of 11478, Watanabe Iki, has died, the mayor's attribute reward is cancelled, and the town's luck plus 1, Jiang Chen was speechless. He finally remembered that this name had appeared in his battle report. Jiang Chen probably guessed the truth, this Watanabe Iki must also be a powerful warlord. Perhaps in order to get in touch with Shinbei Uichi, he immediately ventured into Longyuan Town to attack his territory after breaking through the domain. As a result, he was destroyed by him before he had time to name the town. and the content announced by Tiandao next made Jiang Chen's eyes widen instantly. The attribute reward of Lord Watanabe Iki will be inherited by the mayor of the town that ranks first in this town ranking competition. As soon as these two pieces of news came out, the whole county was in an uproar. Chapter 78. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Watanabe-kun is dead. I remember he was still popping up in the county channel not long ago. Did he go to the outer domain to level up and unfortunately met a high-level boss? The lord of the Sakura country who knew Watanabe Iki was confused. He seemed to be unable to believe the facts in front of him. Huang Xian used his rare opportunity to speak. It's hard to get into the top 10, but the attributes were inherited by others. It's really funny. This sentence instantly angered the lords of the Sakura country. Baga, dragon people, don't gloat over others' misfortunes. Humph, anyway, the first place belongs to my Sakura country. What are you happy about? Huang Xian sneered. We have Yanming town in Dragon Country, maybe these attributes will be inherited by Zhu Yeqing. But he also knew, objectively speaking, Yanming town's competitiveness seems to be inferior to Shenba town. Soon, the 9th place was announced. 9th place in the total score of the domain-breaking war, Mudo town, rewarded to the mayor Mudo Sora with +10 all attributes and +1 luck for the town. The lords of the Sakura country suddenly cheered. Some lords couldn't help but shout slogans. The great Sakura Empire takes the top 10. Long live. Dominate the blue star. Mudo Sora, the luck of the town is indeed well deserved. I just received a reminder that an ordinary stone mine has been eroded by spiritual energy for many years and has mutated into a lazuli mine. These words once again attracted cheers from all the lords of the Sakura country. After all, there are only 10 places in the town ranking competition, so the announcement of the heavenly Tao is slower. The interval is about 1 minute. 8th place. 7th place. The voices of the Sakura lords are getting louder and louder, while the dragon lords are gradually silent, because from the 10th to the 5th place, all are small towns in the Sakura country. Although it was expected, but the facts are in front of us, it is still a big blow. The only comforting thing is that Yanming town, who was highly expected by all the dragon lords, never appeared. Finally, there was a glimmer of hope for the dragon lords. At this time, Shinbei Ichi suddenly popped up. Miss Hojo, you bet 30 million spiritual stones on yourself. It seems that you are very confident in yourself. The mayor of Hojo town is named Hojo Mai. Hojo Mai smiled and said, Sir Shinba, no matter who wins the first place, it is for my great Sakura empire, so what is the difference between us? It is obvious that she is a cautious person and her words are flawless. Shinbei Uichi said heroically, well said. In this case, let me compete with Miss Hojo for the first place. Even if I lose to Miss Hojo, I can create a good story. The two chatted and laughed, as if they had already decided the first place. Let the dragon lords grit their teeth. In the Longyuan town channel. Damn it, seeing these little devils so proud is really annoying. Wei Ming, if our town hadn't been set up by the heavenly Tao, with the strength of Boss Jiang and Boss Yin Man, how could they be so arrogant? And Chuxia, alas, if I could do it again, would rather give up the reward of +20 for all attributes. Tu Shanyaya, hehe, everyone has time to look at the betting board, maybe you will feel better. Although Jiang Chen bet 990,000 spirit stones on Longyuan town, but Longyuan town ranks 32nd in the betting board. Most people only pay attention to the top 10 seeded players, and few people turn the page back. The little fox was able to find it in the first time because he also bet 10,000 spirit stones in it. What a pity, no one noticed the little fox's hint, because at this moment, the 4th place was announced. 4th place in the total score of the domain-breaking war, Shenba town. Reward for the mayor Shenba Uichi, all attributes +10, town luck +1. Silence for a moment. Wei Ming, ha ha ha, I am dying of laughter. Huang Xian, ha ha ha, this guy just looked so determined that he was really bluffing, but I didn't expect him to be a paper tiger. And Chuxia, strange, didn't he spend a lot of money to invite 3 top daimyo descendants? There is even a direct descendant of Oda Nobunaga. How can he be so lame? Huang Xian, I can't help it. I still have a few opportunities to speak today. I will go to the county channel to confront him. Jiang Chen, since you speak well, say more. Hint, Lord Huang Xian becomes a diplomat of this town. In the county channel, the lords of the Dragon Kingdom were shocked. Huang Xian in his poisonous mouth caught Shenbei Yuichi and fired at him. Such a great humiliation drove Shenbei Yuichi crazy. Impossible. How could I be fourth? Even if I lose to Miss Hojo, I can still take second place. Let's take a step back and say that even if Yan Mingzhen really has a trump card, I should be third. The rewards for the 4th and 10th place are exactly the same. With his background, he was confident that he could enter the top 10. In order to win the first place, he invited 3 descendants of the daimyo at a huge cost. In the end, he didn't get any benefit. This made him feel like an idiot. Why didn't anything go well after breaking the domain? It was the same when he attacked Jiang Chen just now. Shenbei Yuichi was getting more and more angry as he thought about it, and suddenly drew his sword and stabbed a geisha to death, scared the other 3 people. On the wall of Yanming town, cough cough cough, Zhu Yeqing laughed loudly, and then coughed violently. His face was a little pale. It's worth it that I opened the 2nd star of 7 stars point life, and rushed a few more waves of monsters. As long as I can suppress this devil Shenba, what's the harm in recuperating for a few more days? But Zhu Yeqing's smile slowly faded, replaced by suspicion and solemnity. Yanming town and Baishio town must be among the top 3, but which town is the other one? I already know the situation of Longhua town. In other words, there is a town hidden in Sakura country that is stronger than Shenba town. This is not good news. Just as Zhu Yeqing was thinking wildly, the gilded words of the 4th place in the sky faded. The 3rd place was announced immediately. After seeing the big words clearly, Zhu Yeqing's face instantly turned gray, and the light in his eyes also faded. 3rd place in the total points of the domain-breaking battle, Yanming town, rewarding Mayor Zhu Yeqing with all attributes +20, and town luck +2, puff. He could no longer suppress his injuries and spurted out a mouthful of blood. 5 points of luck value. I can give it up. Even 50 points of all attributes, I can give it up. But I, the descendant of the Ming Queen, actually lost to the Sakura country, which is a shame for the Zhu family. This is what Zhu Yeqing could think of. Other Dragon Country lords could also think of it. It's over, the devils actually took the first 2 places. Damn it. I bet 300 spirit stones on Yanming town, and now I've lost everything. Brother upstairs, please send me a private message. I will double the spirit stones you lost. I just hope you can shut up. Don't blame me, brother. I'm stupid. I didn't think before I spoke. After a few breaths, Zhu Yeqing barely pulled himself together, and then immediately posted a message in the county channel. I failed to win the 1st place, and I'm ashamed of all my fellow Dragon Country compatriots. Everyone's losses in the gambling market will be borne by me alone. Those who have reached level 3 in the exchange can send me a private message now. At this time, a lord couldn't help but said, Our boss Zhu used forbidden techniques to get more points. Now I don't know how his injuries have recovered. Seeing this, Jiang Chen's eyes fixed. It turned out that Zhu Yeqing used forbidden techniques to defeat Shenbei. Zhu Yeqing is a good person, with passion, courage and responsibility. Jiang Chen couldn't help but admire. Brother Zhu is worthy of the title of the descendant of the Ming dynasty. Leave the rest to us. Ing Yi Man rarely said, it's an honor to lose. Wei Ming also joined in the fun. Boss Zhu Yeqing, don't blame yourself. We bet on you for the 1st place voluntarily. My 1,000 spirit stones will be fed to the dog. Jiang Chen's face turned black. Chapter 79. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Chen was already a little excited. Who knew this guy would suddenly say this? This feud was settled. Xuanyuan sympathized. Brother Wei, you'll be lucky. Wei Ming was confused. What's wrong? Isn't it politically correct for me to scold the Japanese? Xuanyuan, you really don't feel a chill on your back. Wei Ming, strange. Yeah, it seems that there is a little bit. Seeing that the whole country of Long was united and shared the same hatred, the lords of the Sakura country felt a little jealous. Damn it, Dragon Country was defeated, why do they feel like they won the battle? Humph, just trying to make the best of a bad situation. If momentum is useful, why do we need strength? Baga, dragon people, listen, cry and beg our great Sakura Empire to show mercy, that's what you should do now. Kamaya Yuichi has regained his sanity, one of the top two must be Hojo Town. And the mayor of the other town, we all belong to Sakura Country, so there's no need to hide now. Hojo Kamaya is right, after all, we still have to cooperate sincerely in the future. Silence, a Dragon Country lord suddenly said with hope, it won't be, our Dragon Country town. As soon as this guess came out, not only was it ridiculed by the Sakura Country lord, even the Dragon Country lords shook their heads, someone sighed, alas, if Longyuan town hadn't broken through the domain so early, it would really be possible. Just then, the second place was announced, the second place in the total score of the domain-breaking battle, Hojo Town, rewarded the mayor Hojo Mai with all attributes plus 30, and the town's luck plus 3. Now Hojo Mai couldn't remain calm. Who is it? We are all lords of the Sakura Country, why tease us like this? Although the reward for the second place is not bad, but she bet 30 million spirit stones on herself. Jiang Chen said leisurely, do you know why no one answered you? Because the first place is my Dragon Country town, Longyuan Town. It was a foregone conclusion that Jiang Chen won the first place, and he no longer had any worries. Hojo Mai was amused. I thought Jiang Chen, who created his own outstanding military force, was a great figure. It turns out he is just a lunatic who overestimates his own abilities. Kamaya Yuichi, I think you have lost your mind. As far as I know, Longyuan Town barely got 1 million points. Jiang Chen was no longer surprised that Shinya Yuichi knew this detail. When the domain-breaking points exceeded 1 million, there were still 19 lords left in the battlefield, and that dragon trader Wang Zhenghao was one of them. Of course, no one knows what happened after that. Yamamoto 46. I once said that I don't need to be the first place, even if Longyuan Town can enter the top 10. I will commit suicide immediately. Takeda Shinichi, Yamamoto-kun did say that, I can testify to this. Yamamoto 46, thank you Takeda-kun. As soon as this was said, it immediately attracted praise from many Sakura lords. Jiang Chen's words just now also caused an awkward silence in the Longyuan Town channel. After a long time, Wei Ming, boss. You are so boastful, it is difficult for us to help you make up for it. The most excited person is the little fox. Brother Jiang Chen is great. She was a little skeptical at first. Suddenly, Yin Man, who rarely speaks, suddenly said a word in the county town channel. Fuck. Jiang Chen almost spurted out the water of life he had just drunk. This girl must have seen the bet made by Longyuan Town. From what I know about her, she knows me very well, so she can naturally guess that it was my bet. And Chuxia was surprised. Although Sister Ing has always been generous, this is the first time I have seen her swear. What happened? Tu Shan Yeye reminded again. Yeye said it a long time ago, everyone has time to check the betting table. Soon, Wei Ming, damn. Who bet 1 million spirit stones on our Longyuan Town? Wei Ming, I said it wrong, it's 990,000. Yeye bet 10,000 before. Huang Xian, oh my god, it can't be the boss who bet, everyone was unbelievable. Mu Qingshuang said excitedly, do you remember that when we quit that day, Mayor Jiang Chen, Miss Ing, and Chu Xia were still brushing? Did the three of them brush millions of points together? Jiang Chen's expression suddenly became very strange. However, it seems to be right to say so, the combined wealth of Yin Man and I may exceed 10 billion. And Mu Qingshuang's words, let everyone in the town. There was also a flash of unrealistic expectation in his eyes. Could it be true? With only the strength of 3 people, they got the first place by brushing points. Wei Ming suddenly shuddered, remembered what he had just said, and hurriedly made amends. Boss, my 1,000 spirit stones will be regarded as a tribute to you. What they didn't know was, as one of the threesome, and Chuxia was also confused, she rushed 14 waves, and Yin Man should have been around 25 waves from the time. In other words, if it is true, then Jiang Chen alone has brushed nearly 2 million points at least. but then, and Chuxia remembered the fighting power shown by Long Jiu in the past few days, it seems that it is not so difficult to accept. After all, I have never heard of a new lord brushing 30 waves of monsters in the battle of breaking the domain. No one knows how many points the monsters after 30 waves have, in Chuxia's territory. This is outrageous, it's outrageous. Luoshi was enjoying the food sent by Jiang Chen while watching the town ranking competition. After hearing his daughter muttering, he frowned and said, "Don't swear. Also, what do you mean outrageous?" Luoshi's territory has been developed for more than 20 years, in addition to daily leveling, any major actions are in months, so he often used the third-level administrator privileges to visit his daughter. Chuxia hesitated for a moment. Our town may be the first. First. Luoshi was stunned, then shook his head and said, Absolutely impossible. According to your previous description, if Longyuan town wants to get the first place, Jiang Chen must at least brush 2 million points by himself. I have never heard of such an outrageous thing. At this time, the sky was shining with golden light. The first place in the total score of the domain-breaking battle, Longyuan town, rewards the town master Jiang Chen with all attributes plus 50, and the town's luck plus 5. The first place is very impressive. Dozens of gilded characters illuminated half of the night sky, and Chuxia was the first to come to her senses because she was mentally prepared. Then she spread her hands to the stunned Luoshi. So, it's really outrageous. Before Luoshi could say anything, hiss. And Chuxia suddenly took a breath. Is this the blessing effect of the town's luck? So scary. Chapter 80. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hint. Your refined iron ore mutates into elemental iron ore. Hint. Your crystal ore mutates into 5-color crystal ore. Hint. Your. In an instant, 7 or 8 pieces of information appeared in succession. One of the rare silver mines actually directly upgraded to the excellent resource mithril mine. This is an important building material after Book 10. At this time, Luoshi finally came to her senses. She murmured, This is unscientific. Is there an extra point reward for monsters above 30 waves? Even so, this cannot be explained by the creation of an excellent troop type. Jiang Chen must have other trump cards. Chuxia said excitedly, Who cares? Jiang Chen is a pervert anyway. It's not strange for him to do anything. Mom, you don't know, my resource point just. Listening to Chuxia's description, Luoshi temporarily put aside his doubts. Then he said sincerely for his daughter, Normally, excellent resources will appear in the map around level 50. That's why no one has ever brought high-quality blueprints from the main world during the novice period, because there are no corresponding construction resources. Not only that, the resource points in the town do not need to be heavily guarded, which is equivalent to liberating combat power in disguise and improving the efficiency of killing monsters. At this moment, Luoshi was extremely glad that she had chosen Jiang Chen as an ally. Of course, there was one thing she selectively ignored. Even with the blessing of luck, not everyone can have excellent quality resource points like Chuxia all of a sudden. After all, Chuxia didn't know that she was a child without a father. Just then, a ranger suddenly appeared and reported loudly, Report to the Lord. The sentry tower just observed an epic flying dragon beast. But it did not attack the territory, but went around to the north. Flying dragon beast. Chuxia was stunned, and then shouted, Xiao Jiu. Because of her importance to legends, Chuxia wanted to call Jiujia at first, but how could Long Jiu dare to agree? I know, Sister Chuxia. The heroic Long Jiu jumped up from the territory and turned into a 30-meter-long behemoth in the air. Then he roared and chased in the direction of the epic dragon beast, and Luoshi looked at Long Jiu's agile figure and exclaimed, Legendary soldiers are simply bug-like at this stage. And the equipment she wears in human form is also extraordinary. It seems to be a high-level suit. But, why is she called Long Jiu? Chu smiled. She didn't tell anyone, including her mother, that Jiang Chen had a team of dragons. In order to change the subject, she proudly said, I'm not bad either, with a dwarf king, 2 storm guardians, and nearly 100 excellent dwarf soldiers. The production of storm guardians is one every 3 days, and Chuxia just recruited the second one today. and Luoshi nodded with satisfaction and said, In another 20 days, the dwarf palace can recruit a hill king. According to the agreement with Jiang Chen, as long as we pay 5 million spirit stones, we will have the priority to recruit. At this point, and Luoshi sighed, Another 5 million spirit stones. Your mother's wealth is almost being squeezed dry by Jiang Chen. You will pay for what you have done sooner or later, and Xuxia encouraged, we are united, and we will try to squeeze him dry in the future. Ha! And Luoshi chuckled, and then a gleam of wisdom flashed in his eyes, there is one more thing. You don't need to explain that the three of you have worked together to get 2 million points. I believe Jiang Chen will appreciate your favor. No explanation. And Xuxia thought for a moment and understood her mother's intention, I know. Similar scenes were staged in every territory of Longyuan town. The town channel was full of jubilation, as if it was the new year. My resource point has mutated, it's a rare resource. I finally have a rare resource. My fine iron ore was attacked by a fishman leader, but I'm so happy. That's a rare boss. There are high-level bosses to fight without leaving the town, so cool. Why do I feel that the explosion rate has increased? It's not a feeling. Although there is no specific formula, it is recognized that luck can increase the explosion rate. Ha ha ha, long live Boss Jiang, long live Boss Ing, long live Goddessin. I wonder what the reaction of the lords who moved away will be when they know the changes in the town. I guess they will regret it. And in the entire Qingyang County, the Dragon Country lords were very popular. Many lords who originally planned to move away after watching the excitement also I chose to stay in Qingyang County. At least I am in the wait-and-see stage now. Who wants to be a deserter when you can be a hero? Of course, the premise is to be alive. Beep beep. A series of short message reminders. Jiang Chen took a look. It turned out to be a message from an Yin man. In addition to a team of legendary dragons, you should have other cards. If I guess correctly, this must be related to the Spirit Stone, otherwise you wouldn't be so anxious to ask me for the 100 million Spirit Stone bet that day. It seems that the outside world speculation that your way of creating your own army is Krypton gold is still credible. Of course, prayer, sacrifice, training, technology. There are many ways to create your own army, which is also the charm of the 10,000 races battlefield. Anyway. Xiao Jiang, you did a good job this time, keep it up, asterisk. Yin Man made a lot of guesses, which made Jiang Chen watch with relish, but when he saw the last sentence, his smile froze. What the hell is, Xiao Jiang? I wanted to reply, you are an 18-year-old girl, don't act like an old man. But halfway through, he deleted it silently. He is already cool enough now, so there is no need to reveal Yin Man's identity just for the sake of a momentary advantage. If Ing Zheng, the real dragon, is brought out, it would be really looking for trouble. I have lived 2 lifetimes, I won't bother with a little girl. Only Jiang Chen knows the true situation of the domain-breaking war, of course, and Xuxia and Yin Man also know that this is all Jiang Chen's credit, and the others are half understood. What Jiang Chen is most satisfied with is that they did not come forward to explain. This can reduce the attention of the Sakura country to him. In fact, even for a 6th-level daimyo, it costs a lot to descend, and after the descend, it is still subject to various rules, so even if Jiang Chen really earned millions of points in the domain-breaking battle, it would be far from enough to alarm the upper realm. But after all, the threat level is accumulated bit by bit, and quantitative change will sooner or later lead to qualitative change. It is better to be careful. Suddenly, a heavenly reminder that only Jiang Chen could hear sounded. Reminder, the luck of the town is improved, and the dragon vein evolution is enabled. The current evolution degree is 5%. Reminder, the current amplification effect of the dragon vein is improved. Reminder, the dragon vein unlocks a new amplification effect. Ha ha ha, Jiang Chen laughed. I should have thought of it earlier. The dragon vein is an auspicious thing, and the natural luck is closely related. At the same time as the heavenly reminder, the mini-dragon with spiritual energy condensed came out from the ground, circled around Jiang Chen happily, and then intimately touched Jiang Chen's cheek. Jiang Chen clearly felt a joyful emotion coming from the little dragon. After teasing the Dragon Vein for a few times, Jiang Chen checked the Dragon Vein special effects that had just been unlocked.